All right, so what the hell is wrong with kids today? I'm serious. I just walked back in from walking my dog. Normal day, no big deal. Walking my dog along, and I see this scenario. There's these six, maybe seven kids. They're all teenagers, maybe about 12, 13, something like that. And there's four of these boys standing by a door going into an apartment building. I can see through the door of the entrance to the apartment building, this one girl, and there's, I think about three boys that are surrounding her, have her up against the wall, and I see they're like smacking her hands, smacking her ass. And the four boys are watching and they don't know what to do. And I say to one of the kids, hey, what are you doing? What are you boys doing to that girl? One of the little boys who's standing outside says to me, I don't know what they're doing to her. I don't know if they're going to jump her. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, is it your friend? Go over there and try and help her. Another one of the little boys goes, I'm the weakest one here. I can't do anything about it. I'm like, that doesn't matter if you're weak. Go and help that girl. He doesn't do anything. So then I see the doors open and one or two of the boys are walking in and out. I yell over to the girl. I'm like, little girl, as I walk a little bit closer. I'm about 50 feet away. I yell over to the girl. Hey, little girl, are you okay? Are you all right in there? And I hear her call back and she's like, no, I'm with my brother and it's okay. I'm like, are you sure? Now that's when this little, 12-year-old, 50-pound stick of a boy wearing some kind of do-rag comes up to me and goes, walk away. I'm like, what? Oh, go walk away. She's all right. She's fine. I'm like, she's not fine. I saw you guys. You're like smacking on this girl. What's going on? He goes, no one touched her. You're blind. Your old eyes didn't see that. I'm like, I did see that, and you better shut up, little boy. So then he starts cursing me out, saying, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to beat you down. Suck my dick and all this. This is what this little boy is saying to me. I'm a grown man. Got him by at least, 6, 7 inches. God knows 100 pounds, and I'm not a heavy, big man. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Meanwhile, I still have my dog with me. My dog's on the leash. My dog's not paying attention to the kid because he's not a threat. Not at all. And this kid's just he's standing off about, 10 feet away from me, trying to curse me out. I'm like, little boy, you better watch yourself. Be careful how you speak to people. Respect your elders. And I am, and that girl, she better be okay. And so he's standing, gets a little bit closer to me. I'm like, what is this boy trying to do? And he gets a little close, and he's just cursing me out. I'm like, is that the best you can do? Is that what you got to say? He's like, I will mess you up. I will beat your ass. Really? This is a 12-year-old who weighs all of about 50 pounds, is all of about 5 foot straight up. He's a stick of a boy trying to defend the fact that him and his friends looked like they were trying to assault that little girl. It got me very upset. But then but the girl, she's like, no, I'm okay. And the other boys seem to be calming their asses down. They're a little afraid because an adult's paying attention to this and actually calling them out on this. Mind you, there are people home in their apartments. There are other people walking around in and out of their building. No one's saying anything. Just me. So I start to walk on because I got my dog and the girl seems to be okay. The others seem to have calmed down. That stick of a boy walks over because there were branches came down the windstorm the other day. He goes and picks up a branch. It's about, about this big. We're talking about 5, 6 inches, a little tiny branch. And he picks it up, a little twig. I'm like, what? And I see him in the corner of my eye as he reached over for it. I turn and I look at him as I'm walking my dog. I stop walking and I go, what are you doing? Picks up the stick, looks at it. looks at me. I'm going to beat your ass. I'm like, you're going to try and hit me with that stick? What do you think you're going to do? He goes, I'll beat you. You want to call the cops? Are you going to call the cops? I'll call the cops. I'm thinking to myself, the moment I smack this boy, because that's all it's going to take to destroy his life, is I'm going to give him a smack like his daddy should have done, then I'm going to jail. But I'm like, you know what? It's not, the girl's okay. It's all right. She comes out, and I see her walking out. Now they're all outside, and they're all looking at their friend going, stop, what are you doing? What are you doing? And the girl's like, no, it's okay. I'm all right. It was my brother, my friends. We were playing around. I'm okay. I'm like, all right, as long as you're okay. And I start turning around, and I start walking away. And I hear this kid. Again, stick boy, the little skinny. Anyway, this little kid, he starts walking. I stop again. I turn around, and I see a stick, a little twig, fly past. And then I look at him, and he's got another branch in his hand. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? And he's holding it. So I walk a little closer to him. He throws the next branch. Of course, it bounces right off of me. No big deal. Like I was worried about that. Hits me in the chest, bounces off. And I keep walking over to him. Because now I'm pissed off. You just threw a stick at me and my dog. You threw a stick at me, period, because I'm trying to stop you from assaulting a young girl, which you know is wrong, and he's trying to be the big badass of his friends, saying, look at me standing up to this old man. Look how I can curse him out. Look at what I could do. And I'm going, at that moment, I was about to smack him down like his daddy should, and I hope his mama sees this and goes and does it. It's a kid in the Bronx, North Bronx, and Boston Road. I hope that kid gets smacked by his mother for whatever reason today. So then he runs with his friends. And the girl, again, they're all about 12. She goes, no, it's okay. Sir, don't worry. I'm okay. It's all right. I don't know what's wrong with him, but it's not worth it. And I'm like, you know what? Of course it's not. I'm not going to jail for this kid. Because all I have to do is smack him once, and that will knock his dumb ass out, and I'm going to go to jail, of course. But, so I let it go. But I have to say, what's wrong with kids today? I would never in my life have gone up against one assaulting a girl like that. My friends would have knocked me out. The girl would knock me out, but my friends would have knocked me out, and I would have done the same thing to any of my friends if they dared to do something like that. And if an adult called me out on something they thought looked like that, I would have respectfully told them either we were playing around, if we actually were, and we would have stopped and we would have moved on. But in no way, shape, or form will we have cursed out the adult or have someone come up and try and start a fight with the adult as if he's a grown man. That would never happen. And last of all, out of my mind, try and throw sticks and try and make it look like you're going to stab or beat me with a twig. What, are you out of your mind? Boy, do you want to die? Seriously, do you want to die? What are we doing? What is wrong? We need fathers for these kids. If my father ever heard about me trying to do some dumbass thing like that, he would have beat the living daylights out of me. All of the male figures I had when I was growing up, if they had seen something like that, they would have beat the living daylights out of me. And they would be right to do so. Our kids need fathers. We want to talk about toxic masculinity. When kids don't have male figures and or moms that are taking care of them and are not beating them down for doing stupid like that, yeah, that's when you get toxic people. It starts as a child. That kid, he's going to go to jail one day because he thinks he's a badass. He thinks being a badass will be good for his life. It makes his friends look up to him, or he's the leader of the pack. That kid's going to go to jail, sadly to say. Unless someone beats his ass and gives him an attitude adjustment and reminds him to have respect, he's going to wind up in jail. This is the next generation we are raising. There are problems here. I don't know. I just had to share this with you guys because I'm pissed off. I'm so pissed off. Are you experiencing this too? Is this just something weird that happened to me in the Bronx? Or is this happening across America? You tell me.